Hello, this is Grillo the Demo from the Moonsorrow podcast, and for today I thought of showing my collection. Actually, I have my collection split in two different places. One is in Spain, where I'm from, in my parents' home, and I'm going to show those items now. And when I'm back where I live now, I will show the other half of the collection, but I will make one video together, okay? So let's begin. Let's begin from the beginning. I have the original tapes here. This is a Metsä tape. This is a first Moonsorrow demo. There are 215 copies of this. Yeah, you can come closer and film. This is, 215 copies. This is one of them. You can see the cover. It's not so rare because it appeared on a t-shirt a few years ago. And as you know, it was later released digitally. Urpon-poika. This was Henry, and Tyrsä-poika. This was Ville. 1997, yes. Corpse Candle Studios, which was Henry's garage, if I'm not mistaken. Spring 1997, so this demo is from 1997. You can see the tape. It's just a TDK Metsä. Henry actually still has the master tape at his home. The next demo is Tämä, ikuinen, talvi. Actually, which one is the original? This is the original. I think there were 500 copies, maybe something like that. They were, again, this is a TDK, they were doing it at home. Tämä, ikuinen, talvi. And this is what the paper looks like. This Winter Eternal was recorded from solstice to solstice in 1998, then released in 99. 5 songs that you have heard. And here's Ville's old address, Meathooked Productions, 1999. Meathooked, as you probably know, is the label that the cousins had back then with a couple of friends. This is an original, and then there was a Russian version, which is also official, by the way. It was licensed to MetalAgen, Soundage Productions, which still exists and releases albums. MetalAgen, I don't really know if it's a sub-label or what. This one looks more professional. As you can see, it's printed here. This is a postage. There's a photo, there are the lyrics, and another photo. This one was also used in the CD version, which we will see later. These 3 tapes, I have to thank Stefan Lajun from Sweden. Dude, that was excellent that you sold me those. So Stefan sold me these tapes for a very good price. He was getting rid of his collection of CDs and tapes, and he didn't want to rip me off or to anything like that. She just sold them to me like original price or something. Then this is not exactly Moonsorrow, but I thought it was worth mentioning. And this is Gorewinter, which is the band that Marco and Marcus had before joining Moonsorrow. These are 2 tapes, although I'm not very sure that these are actually original. They were released on Meathooked, the Sorvalis label. And I know that it was not like super professional. I knew there were photocopied, but I think this is a photocopy of a photocopy, so. But anyway, this is what it is. The tape also doesn't sound so good. It sounds like copied. Again, I know it shouldn't have good sound because it's 90s black metal homemade, but still, it sounds worse than that. It has some nice irony here, parental recommendation, god awful lyrics. And there is also something funny, if I remember right. Gorewinter is not a religious band and has nothing to do with tolerance. Gorewinter supports boycotting of life exclusively. So this one is Winterholocaust. And this one is Battleblack. So I think this is the first and this is the second. Baron Tarvonen with a W and Lord Euren. Again, probably photocopy of a photocopy. There was yet another one released in 2001, I believe, which was a bit more professional. Well, professional, but a bit better than this. And that was the last they released. It was called Buried by Night. It also came out on CD. And I believe it was the only CD that Meathooked ever released. Alright, let's go with the albums. Well, this is my printed version of Metsä. The digital version that they released on the internet, they also shared the covers, and when they printed them, not very good quality as you can see, but anyway, this is what it looks like when you print it and put it in a CD case. Oh, and I also added some more stuff. Yeah, actually this is Metsä and Tämä, ikuinen talvi. I printed also the Tämä, ikuinen talvi cover and the Suden, but this was before I had the originals, so we are going to see them in a moment. Tämä, ikuinen talvi. It was released actually in 2001 after Suden, so after the debut album. Well, debut, sorry. This is the Finnish version, Sagitarius Productions, 1,500 copies if I'm not mistaken. There is also a Russian version released by CD Maximum, legal, official, licensed. It looks the same, the only difference is the back because it has the CD Maximum logo, otherwise it's the same. This is a CD. The same photos we saw in the Russian tape. And the booklet, oh, with lots of papers. Credits, lyrics actually translated as well. Lyrics, some more credits. And liner notes by Ville. Let's put everything back in. Interesting story. I bought this from Hungary before I ever set foot in Hungary. Somebody on the Moonsorrow forum mentioned that they had found a copy in a second-hand shop, and I just trusted the guy. Transferred him the money and hoped that he wouldn't rip me off. He didn't. He sent me the demo and he sent me also a DVD full of bootlegs. Really nice guy. I never came across him again on the internet and never saw him in person, even though now we live in the same country. I live in Hungary now. I paid 35 euros, shipping included. A few years later, this was in 2008. In 2013, I found the same CD in Helsinki, second-hand shop, for 80 euro. Still, that shop is pretty expensive in my opinion. Suden, debut album, debut, I keep saying that wrong. This is the first press. It's a bit less clear, a bit more blurry. You can see the logo here, it's kind of ugly. We will compare them in a moment. These letters are also kind of blurry. This is a CD, slightly different from the second, we will see that in a moment. This is a painting made by Ville's girlfriend at the time, if I'm not mistaken. Thanks, acknowledgements, etc. Oh, the back. Plasmatica Records, Sweden. It was a Peruvian guy living in Sweden. Actually, there are lots of South Americans in Sweden, as I have heard. The booklet, some credits here, Thor's hammer, and here are the original lyrics, and they are not translated. There is a paragraph explaining what the song is about. Super Young Henry, some more lyrics. Super Young Ville, some more lyrics. Super Young Marco, you guessed it, some more lyrics. Lyrics for an instrumental, interesting thing, but it does have lyrics. And more lyrics and more explanations. "14th of March 2012 is when I got it. Paid not much for it, €20 maybe. Now, the second pressing, yeah, I said we would compare them. You can see here in the second one the letters are much clearer, thank you. Also the logo is a lot clearer, and the printing is better in general. The back looks a lot more similar. There are differences in the booklet as well. The CD, is it different? Maybe I was mistaken. Oh, it's the same. The CD is the same. Probably the matrix numbers change, but we are not going to look at those now. Go to Discogs if you want to look at that. The booklet is thinner. It has lyrics in Finnish, hard to read, tiny letters, papyrus font. Then the acknowledgements, credits, hard to read again. And now, in this case, the translations, full translated lyrics, no explanations. All right. Next is the Spinefarm release, 2003, autumn, after they got the rights from Plasmatica. It includes a DVD with some promo videos and live videos, live at Tuska 2003, hype sticker if you're interested in that stuff. This one is easy to find, not expensive at all, even though it is sold out. It's been out of print for a few years now, but there are lots of copies floating around, so. And this might be the first that I bought. No, 20th of November 2007. Not the first album I bought for sure. Here we have again original lyrics, translated lyrics, original lyrics, translated lyrics, some photos, pieces of photos. Never really liked them so much, but they're what they are. Bonus track recorded during the Kivenkantaja sessions, and band pick of 2003. Metsä and Markus only participated in the recording of the bonus track, but of course the photo had to reflect the band at the time. There is a CD and a DVD, credits for the DVD. Next, Voimasta ja kunniasta. Original cover, all CDs have this cover anyway, so nothing rare. We will go faster through this because everybody has seen these CDs, these are nothing rare, so. Lyrics, photo, bill, December 2007, translated lyrics. Kivenkantaja, the original Kivenkantaja, 2003. Spring, I think, spring 2003. I have forgotten the biography. signed by the whole band, although this is Janne's signature. This was the first time I saw Moonsorrow live in November 2011 in Madrid, and obviously Janne was touring, so it's the signatures of the touring band. CD, credits, thanks. The booklet has lyrics, translations, credits after each song. Purchased on January 2008, but by then I knew it by heart, of course, already. Again, nothing rare, and if you're a Moonsorrow fan, chances are you already have this. 2008 release of Kivenkantaja. This is a bit more rare, although not crazily rare. British edition, released in the UK only, with 2 CDs. Extended artwork, meaning logo added. Nothing more is extended, really. Disc 1, the album. Disc 2, Thunder in London, 8th of March 2008. 3 songs only, Jumalten Aika, Pakana Juhla, and Sankari Tarina. They are the last 3 songs they played that night, and they recorded the whole show, but the other songs had a terrible sound apparently, and they will not be released because there is no point anymore. They played with Children of Bodom, if I'm not mistaken. Liner notes from Ville and from Dante Bonuto, Spinefarm Records UK. I think he's a famous, maybe journalist as well. I saw his name in many releases, magazines and stuff. One of the photos from the original sessions, which is nice to have actually, I like it. And photo from the show. Is it shrunk? It is shrunk, right? This is not natural at all. Poor Mitya. Some more photos. Probably from that show, but who knows? I bought this in June 2009. Yeah, I like keeping little papers. Basically, they made they put a sub booklet inside the booklet. Added these quotes. What for? Who knows? To use up some more space, I suppose, because it was blank. Some additional credits, but yeah, nothing of note. Well, and it's a super jewel case, as you can see, as opposed to the regular jewel case. It has the rounded corners. Next, Verisäkeet. The original black case. I suppose it's not hard to find. I don't really know, but I don't think it is too hard. Little sticker with the song titles. And it's empty because I took it out and I put it in a regular transparent case so that I could see the cover. Of course, I kept this, and I have it in a cover in plastic for protection. I removed it. Oh, sorry. I removed it for the video, but I still have it. This is the CD. Everything is very black, very sober. Done on purpose like this. Booklet, matte paper, as opposed to glossy. No translations, and I suspect that they didn't have time to finish them before the release. And I bought this in February 2008. And if you open it, you have the cross. I like this cross, actually. Oh, there is a little secret here. Moonsorrow Verisäkeet. Moonsorrow Verisäkeet. But if you remove the tray paper, the inner thingy, out of the black case, you see, blah. Kuolema taidehomoille. This was a period when they did this grindcore parody of themselves, kind of. Well, not really parody of themselves. They tried to fool the press by publishing a fake track list of. They said they were changing to grindcore, their style to grindcore, and that would be the title, blah. Of course, they did an actual Moonsorrow album in the Moonsorrow style, but they included this as a little joke. Kuolema taidehomoille means death to art faggots, or something like this, and it was supposed to be the title of one of the tracks. Actually, later they recorded that album on a spare day. Now next, Hävitetty. I broke this one day, unfortunately. I don't know how it happened, but anyway. Again, regular edition, nothing of note, except the album itself, which is very much of note. Has a raven here, pigeon here, white pigeon. A nice detail, in my opinion. The booklet, you've seen it. It's this long thing. The photo, lyrics, credits, translations. By the way, I forgot to show the first vinyl edition of Suden. It was released in 2010. So and they were planning, it was Drakar Records, and they were planning to release all the albums until then, of course, with posters, liner notes and whatnot, one by one. They ended up releasing only this one. Somewhere the project failed, and I don't know what happened. These are liner notes written by Marco. Some old photos from the first shows and from the period of Suden, and the lyrics and translations. On the vinyl is black. There was a white edition, but I don't have it. I just have the regular white one. I'm not sure it was remastered for vinyl. It may have. Now, Tulimyrsky, again, not any kind of special edition, just the regular one. First press, super jewel box, CD, Chris Verwimp's awesome artwork. Opa. Lyrics inside. No translation, credits, photo, and the artwork. Purchased in 15th of May 2008, so less than a month after the release. I was eagerly waiting. I had ordered it in my local shop, always late, of course. Not blaming the shop though. That shop no longer exists, and it was a real pity. And then Varjoina kuoli Metsä. Took me like a month to learn the title. Regular edition again. Tracklist, CD, credits. The booklet has some photos, lyrics and translations, Tahletun, Starless, the interludes, photo, interlude, lyrics. This is Metsä. purchased when it came out. Yeah, February 2011. And the first press of the vinyl edition of Varjoina. Here it is. It was released again in like 2 years ago, maybe 2019 or 20. This one sold out eventually. Drakkar, you see? The spine, if you're interested in such stuff. It has the name Drakkar here. Side 8 Heathen. Then interlude song, interlude song, interlude song. The gatefold has the lyrics and translations, the band members. It has a poster, huge poster. I will stand up for this. There. There you go. And the inner sleeves have the same photos we've seen in the booklet, just bigger. And the credits. Same as in the CD actually, with the same circle and everything. This is all I have here. You will see the rest. You will see it right now. Actually, I forgot to show that there was a CD inside. Just the CD is the same. The CD is the same as what's in here. I believe it's even the same matrix number and everything. It was inside the original vinyl. So where were we? What I have here is mostly vinyl. Just a couple of CDs. We finished at Varjoina, and I have another Varjoina here. So let's start with that. This is a pressing that came, I think, in 2019. The one I had in the previous part of the video was, well, the original from 2012, I think, even though the CD was released in 11, but the vinyl took a bit. This looks pretty much the same. It was released by Svart Records. I obviously cannot show it side by side, but there are some minor differences inside. Like here are all the lyrics. And you know, the previous one had like a hand here, this has these photos. And the inner sleeves are not printed, and there is no CD. But it has this color. It's nice, I like this edition. I think the mastering and everything is the same. This is Jumalten Aika. Gatefold. I like my records protected with this gatefold plastics. Sorry about that if it's shiny or whatever. Sorry about that. Signed by the band, as you can see. All 5 members. The studio band, so to say, so Janne didn't sign it, but Henry did. The hype sticker, in case you're interested in such little things. You can see it has the lyrics and no printed sleeves, just very generic. And you want to look at the labels. Not so interesting, I guess. Century Media, 2016. This is the CD version. This is inverted for some reason. I mean, it's just wrong. It shouldn't be. This was given to me by Ville. I attended the album release party. You know, this should be. Anyway, it's only my CD. I don't know why it is inverted, but the design should be not inverted. It's a pic from Ville. And the booklet has some photos, the same as the LP on the back. Lyrics, translation, photo, lyrics, translation. This round thingy. Oh, a pic from Janne. Free booze and tacos in life. For some reason he wrote Janne Pertilla. Some kind of joke, I suppose, inside joke that I don't really get. Lyrics, translations, photo, lyrics. And translation. And credits at the end. Let me put everything back. Futsk. Sorry, I'm not editing this. I will do this later. Don't want to waste your time too much. Oh, and probably the most useless release is this 7-inch with the two covers. As you probably know, if you're watching this, you probably know this. Jumalten Aika had the simple version, which is what I have here, or what I just showed you, the CD, and the 2 CD version, and the second CD has two covers. Soulless by, I don't remember who, and Non-Serbian by Rotting Christ. Because the vinyl version only had the album itself, then they released this also in vinyl. Doesn't make any sense? I do not think so. Why did I buy it? Because I'm that kind of person. Why do they release it? Because of people like me. There's always this kind of people. Anyway, when they signed the contract with Century Media, yeah, back in 2012 or 13, my first fear was that they would like re-release everything and everything would come in 100 different editions and so on and so. Well, it wasn't so much, but they did things like this. Well, okay, that's what you get. I do have the 2 CD version, and it's here. Somebody gave it to me as a present, and it was so beautifully wrapped that I decided to keep it like this, so I won't show it. Check Discogs. The booklet is pretty much the same, so you're not missing much. Now, we finished with the discography, and now we will go back to the alternative releases, to call them like that. The box set, I will show you this later. Let's go in chronological order. So this huge fucking heavy box set came out in 2014, September if I'm not mistaken. The Rune here and here, Blood Music, this Kivenkantaja thingy. I have the splatter version, which came with... Oh, actually, wait a moment. This terrible slipmat for your record player, could it be uglier? Hardly, honestly. I'm using it only because, if I have it, I'm using it, but mean, honestly, let's look at the records. I don't really like how they were redesigned. I do respect it. I mean, it's nice actually that they did something more, something different, so it's totally respectable. But personally, I don't like the new designs that much. For Suden, they chose the original artwork. Here's again, as you may remember, this is a first press, like more blurry, not so clear, and the photos from the booklet that I showed you in the first part of the video. The vinyl itself, as I said, is a splatter version, so it has colorful colors. Epa. Nice to have a window here. Always helps. These kind of things. Oh yeah, and inside there is credit sheet and lyrics. Only in Finnish, no translations here. Alright, the next is Voimasta ja kunniasta, a redrawing of the original cover. Opa, this, I have some notes here. Actually, this is what I wrote for the podcast. I was listening to the album and... Anyway, this is the original artwork, and actually the originaler than the original, meaning that when it came out on CD, something went wrong. I don't know if it was deliberate or not, but something went wrong with the colors, and the water was like black or some very dark color that didn't really make any sense at all. And for this release, they took the original one with the original colors. Here you can see the cross, some credits, the lyrics are inside, and a photo of the band from the period, of course. Lyrics only in Finnish. In all of the records we will see the lyrics only in Finnish. And let's look at both records look the same, so I will show you only one because it's a bit messy to take them out. You see? The other is the same. The sides are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K element, or the whole Finnish alphabet, which includes the A and Ö and U. There you go. Kivenkantaja. In my opinion, this is the ugliest redrawing because this looks like it's smelly or something. I never really liked it. But anyway, here is the original cover, as in all of them. Some credits here. Lyrics only in Finnish, and the photo that the original showed, the original had. Opa! Yes, I managed to put plastic in a triple gatefold by using a gatefold plastic and a regular one cutting the other edge. Splatter, colorful. Again, double LP. Oh, and we didn't look at the bonus tracks. Oh, and I have to change this paper because this one doesn't have the plastic. I will do that. I'm not showing you the backs, am I? This one, the only bonus track here is the same as on the CD. Tulkapa, so nothing so special. The bonus track in Voimasta are 3 live songs. Köilyönjärven jäällä, Pakana juhla and Tulkapa from some early concert. It's written here somewhere. Yeah. Köyli and Järvenjällä recorded live in Nosturi, Helsinki, 29th of March 2002. Pagana Juhlan Tulkapäijät in Nosturi also, 7th of December 2001. So you can see it's pretty early on in their career. And Kivenkantaja has Unohduksen Lapsi and Kivenkantaja live. Recorded in Nosturi again, 4th of March 2005. Alright, next. For this one I have no plastic. This one is beautiful. This one I like. Because I like the original as well. And this is actually triple vinyl. It was only triple so that they could fit all the bird sounds. No joke. This is a bit more complicated because it's kind of heavy. I don't want to mess up anything. I don't know why. I mean, they had the chance to put both halves of the drawing together and they chose to put the lyrics in the middle. I don't understand that. It would look so nice with the cross. But anyway. Otherwise it's the same as the booklet that you know already. Here, lyrics, the drawing here is like the photo, the same photo you have just seen up there, yeah? The band members in the mud, like a redrawing of that. And the bonus track here is pretty interesting because it's a demo version of Jotunheim. Demo version. So like pre-production, what Henry does at home basically, before going to the studio. And the splatter is splatter. However, I have to change the inner sleeves is red. Now the next one is Hävitetty. Hävitetty consists of two half an hour long songs which are broken in two pieces because a record, as you probably know, has two sides and you cannot fit half an hour, or actually you can fit half an hour technically, but the sound quality will be compromised. Here is the original artwork. Here is a redrawing, not so bad. Lyrics and the photo. I listened to this once and that was it, because even though the mastering is a lot more dynamic than the CD, which is super compressed, the cut in the middle makes baby Jesus cry. So if I listen to it, I listen to the CD, which is anyway the one I fell in love with. So it's not like it's terrible or anything. Tulimyrsky follows. The redrawing is only the front part. Here they also included that. Wait a second, I will show you the poster in a moment. Credits, blah blah. Photo of the period and the lyrics in Finnish only, as usual. No bonus tracks here. Tulimyrsky is also split in two. I have to change all these inner sleeves for plasticky ones, anti-static, blah blah. There you go. Wunderbar. And the wonderful poster that was also included in the... It's pretty amazing. I suppose if you're watching this, you already know the whole picture. But most probably the person who's holding the camera doesn't know it. It's freaking amazing! It's freaking amazing! There you go. I don't want to ruin it. Beautiful! And last but not least, demos and rarities. The cover here is like a composite of several other covers. So this is the original cover of Metsä, the first demo, as you saw in the previous part of the video. Tämä, ikuinen talvi. This is the inner inlay, or what is called in Suden inlay in the digital version of Metsä. And this is a composite of all those elements, the tree, the ice and the water. And there is a DVD here which I will not remove, sorry about that, but it's a pain with all the plastic. It also looks ugly, just as the cover does. There's a photo here of the band, which was only Henry and Ville at the time. And it includes the demo Tämä, ikuinen talvi, the demo Metsä, and then, for the first time ever, and last so far, half of the Thorns of Ice demo, because the other half is lost, they could never recover it, and the promo, which is another demo, and this one is in full, I think, because it was only the song and the outro. Plus, an unreleased song from the Tämä, ikuinen talvi period, which is called Vasaran viha, and an acoustic version of Pakana juhla, which honestly I believe is much better than the original. At least it's a lot funnier. After all, it's a funny song, yeah? Sounds like country banjo. It's from YouTube, I think, so you can, if you don't know it, you can listen to it. I really recommend it. Oh, and the DVD is like 45 minutes or something like that. It's mostly footage from the Hävitetty tour. Like many clips joined together. I don't really think it makes a lot of sense because it's the kind of footage that is very funny as a memory, or if you have been part of it, then it's like an inside joke thing. Very funny for some, but for an outsider, I think not so much. But anyway, worth watching for the time capsule that it implies, that it means. Although the last part of the DVD is very interesting because it's it's footage from the recording of Tulimyrsky. So you can see them in the studio, playing the instruments, mixing, and that is really cool. That part is cool. Alright, that's the box. I don't have the t-shirt because that was the next. And actually they are selling the t-shirt now separately, but it's €30 and I don't mind so much. And let's go with the separate releases. I bought this before having the box because the box sold out in theory and I couldn't buy it. So when they released the standalone versions, I bought them, and later they put the box on sale again. I'm missing the Voimasta because I lent it to a friend. Yes, in the 21st century I still lend albums to my friends and they lend them to me. But anyway, you don't miss much because it's the cover I showed you with the blue water and the back the same photo, no bonus tracks. These standalone releases don't have any bonus tracks, so this is Kivenkantaja. Oh, and also the Voimasta is black. I couldn't get the color one, but it was grey, pretty ugly anyway, so I'm not so sad about it. As you can see, only 3 sides, one of the sides is blank, and it's like super simple, no gatefold, even though it's 2 records. Colorful again, green. Of the label is this, well, like a photo you see in the booklet. The other one is the same, I won't take it out, no point. Hävitetty, same thing. nothing so special, and it's blue if I'm not mistaken. Oh well, the label has the super sober, just the A letter, and that's it. And the color is blue, clear blue. Verisäkeet, just the front part and the back. A, B, C, D, E. Again, side F in this case is blank. Not even an etching, nothing. Red. With a cross on the label. Alright, and now to finish with, I will show you a recent release on CD. Now, the label that had them for most of the time, which was Spinefarm, no longer prints their CDs, but for years already, for several years. Even though they are not hard to find on the online market, especially on discos and things like this, and not for high prices, they are actually sold out. So there is many of them, but they are not on sale and not being produced. So this Hammer Hard Records from the Netherlands got the license to release most of them. I don't know why. So I will show you. It's not all of them. You can see they are from Voimasta to Tulimyrsky. So Varjoina is missing from the Spinefarm years, and Suden is also missing. Why? I know not. This little box set was not expensive. I think it was €50 for the 5 CDs, so it's not bad. And you know, it's a good thing, I guess, that somebody is again printing their CDs, so they are on sale. I actually saw them in some shops, which is good. But I know that the band is not very happy about this release because nobody asked them. I mean, it is legal because there was an agreement between labels, but they would have liked to have some say on what it looks like, what it includes, you know. But instead they just put together a little box with a title in English that makes reference to a cover version, so it's not even their song. It's pretty simplistic, just the logo on a black, dark blue on a black background. Is not really very well done. I do like the digipacks, I have to say. I won't take a lot of time with this, okay? Simply, I will show you, well, the old cover with the black water and everything very strange, black tide, like an oil boat sank in front of the coast or whatever. The booklet is exactly the same, so I'm not going to take it out. Kivenkantaja, same story, pretty similar. Exactly the same booklet, no difference. Verisäkeet. Simple as this. Exactly same booklet, except that, well, look at the CD. Maybe you can see it on the camera that it is like shiny. It's black on black, but it's kind of shiny. I don't know how visible it is there. Only difference with the booklet is that this one is glossy and the original one was mate. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the content is exactly the same. Hävitetty. There is a small difference here, which is that the original booklet was this unfoldable long thing, and this is just a regular booklet with regular pages. I never really saw the point in the long one, honestly. I think this one is a bit better. There is Tulimyrsky. The difference is that the back has the continuation of the drawing instead of having exactly the same. There is nothing here of interest. And the booklet, I suppose it's unfoldable because this one has the full picture. So it's the same as in the original. And to complete the box set, they thought we should add something more. Let's add a poster. So they added a poster. I think this is probably the ugliest photo you can have for a poster. The least representative of Moonsorrow. They're just sitting on a black background. I mean, there are photos of them with chainmails and swords. There are photos of them in the mud. There are photos of them in parks, and they chose this one. They could be a hardcore band here, or there could be, I don't know, no character. Even from the Tulimyrsky sessions, they had some in front of some wooden house. Honestly, this is like they put it together in, I don't know, in an evening. Throw everything there. And so yeah, I do understand how the band can be a bit pissed about this release, even though it is legal, official, licensed, and everything that it has to be. By the way, the vinyl Varjoina, the second one, this one I have here, this was also released legally, officially, and with a license, but without the knowledge of the band. They found out on the internet the same day as I found out about it. And that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's probably pretty long, I'm guessing near 1 hour. Anyway, people like me watch this video, so maybe you are a bit like me. Thanks for your attention. Probably I'm forgetting something. If so, I will attach it at the end of the video. And goodbye. Well, you were lucky. I just got the Voimasta back. But anyway, there's little to show. There is a cover with the blue colors. This is the back. Bad photo. No D side. And the vinyl is, it just comes like this, no gatefold, no nothing. The vinyl is just black. The other edition was grey. They call it silver. I call it grey, honestly. And it has the cross in the middle. So yeah, that's all that was missing. Now you have seen my whole collection. I do not have a few things. I do not have... Jumalten Aika has come out in tape as well. I don't have the tape. I may buy it someday, but probably not, because who needs tape? So I think it's absurd. It would be just mindless collectorism from my part. Of course, if some people like tapes, I mean, very good, but definitely not me. And there were also 2 editions of Suden, both pretty recent, I think 2020, by this Chinese label called Metsä, like Northeastern Steel Industry. One was, I think one was green and the other was green splatter. And the cover of the record was the newer one, like with the standing wolf, the Spinefarm one. I don't have those, I cannot show them to you because I don't have them. But yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching, etc. Don't like, don't subscribe, I don't give a shit about that. Ciao.